Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. This team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
There you are. What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Happy Mike, what day is it? Hump day. Woo woo. Yep, it is Wednesday, Mama's favorite commercial and probably day of the week in my show, because every Wednesday she knows I say that, so that's always from Mama, as you guys know. But welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, this Wednesday edition. I am Michael Carrasino at Diablo00 on XR, formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys know. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, don't forget about the IG, the Instagram. You can check the show out there Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 as well. And, guys, YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, right? You know how to get to YouTube, right? You see my name, Michael Carrasino. Watch the show live. You can watch the show live there every day, man. I'd love for you to watch the show live there. Like it and keep just rocking it. That being said, go to YouTube, watch live, but you guys got to subscribe to the channel, because if you've missed any of the show, and I'm talking about season 1, season 2, and now that we are into season 3, yeah, you see this. Oh, wait. Memento. We'll pick up season 3 once. There we go. Now we're set up better. All right. But yes, you see Sun Devil softball is right. They are playing tonight. Fall ball game. It just happens to be the same night. Number 8 volleyball hosting Texas Tech. I'll get you the times. But again, forks up to Coach Bartlett and softball. I've been out there. You guys have talked about it. You guys have seen it here on Pitchfork Lunch. But anyway, nonetheless, back to YouTube. So go to YouTube, watch the show live. But you need to subscribe, because if you've missed the show, season 1, season 2, and yes, we are rolling into season 3 right now, you can go back and binge watch, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal controversies here on Pitchfork Lunch, whether it be with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, an athletic director who, yes, we did speak last night. I know I keep giving you that update. I'm not just teasing you, I'm not messing with you. And I didn't go to that school down south, so you know I'm not lying to you. So it will. But yes, we are aiming to have. I think we're pretty locked in. And to have Grant Rossini on next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Just depends. But yes, we did speak last night at the men's hoops game. Of course, he was there watching them win. But anyway, I digress. Back to YouTube. So again, the interviews you may have missed, the controversies you may have missed. But again, it's at Emerson Michael. So go to YouTube again. You see my name, but my picture, but the page is up. Emerson Michael, V is in victory, C is in champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Again, guys, you can go back. I figure if you watch, two episodes a day of the old shows. So, keep watching season 3, but watch 2 episodes of season 1, then watch another one then watch season 3, and then watch, 2 more episodes the next day. So, and then again, like I said, and then you go into season 2, do the same thing, by the middle of season 3, we're kind of in the middle-ish, but we're getting to the middle, I should say. Kind of, sort of. You guys will be caught up. So that, to me, is obviously the great part, and you'll understand a lot more of the controversies, because, again, we have people on, and we so yeah, that's one of those things where when we get you get all caught up, and again, you can see people that we've had on multiple times. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where and you'll be all kind of, and we go around in through again, all of Sun Devil Nation, guys. Worth it. Sports. Oh, swimming. I'm finally thinking, I get like a schedule, but I think I finally make it out to a swim meet because last year was the first year in eons I had not made it out to at least one, but starting the streak back up. I mean, watched highlights, saw, reported on, brought you Coach Boehm after men's and women's won the Big 12 championship in, of course, their first year in the Big 12 as well. Yeah, so that absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, go to YouTube again. You see my name, Michael Carson, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe away. But yes, we are leading off with talking about this, which which you saw coming into the show. Let's see. Over got some stats for you guys to talk about that. But, absolutely awesome. So forks up to Coach Hurley getting that win. And again, like I said, we'll hear from him because, like I say, it was an interesting presser from him. And again, we've seen a lot of you guys know the last 3 seasons here on Pitchfork Lunch, and you've seen him in general anyway. But I brought him to you. We've seen some fired up press conferences from Coach Hurley, and frustration or not, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to lean it towards about certain things. But man, this team again, and we hear from Anthony Pig Johnson. Yes, his nickname is Pig. You will find out how he got it. You got to stick around though, because we'll hear from him too. But I'm not telling you how he got it because, hey, stick around if you want to hear it, because it's better coming straight from you could say the horse's mouth, but the pig's mouth. Get it? Because his nickname is a pig. Anyway, I know, terrible there. I should do better. That's for those people down south that, as you Pitchfork Lunchers know, watch the show, but just that just don't want to admit to it. Yeah, they just don't want to admit to it. So yes, but yeah, I mean, you'll hear it from Anthony Johnson. So anyway, it's but he had a hell of a game too. Again, I'll get into the stats, stuff like that. But yeah, big win last night, 81-64. Started off with the win, and not like I guess you could say a worrisome win in and of that itself. So yes, that being said, so stoked for, again, Coach Hurley, obviously the team. And, man, this lineup, a new lineup. But, guys, are you not excited about – if you watched the game, which I hope you did, but if not, saw my updates. I mean, Masanga Diop, my goodness, 7'1", can handle it like a point forward. Yeah, I have the ball taken away. I'm not saying true, point guard handles, but, man, just so agile around the rim, light on his feet. Guys, that's exciting. And then I mean, again, the play they got from, Anthony Johnson off the bench. Man, I mean, it just – wow. I mean, he had 17 points. He led the team in scoring, by the way. So I should probably should have maybe led with that first. But nonetheless, he had 17 points, right? And then yeah, he had 17 points off the bench. Yeah, 8164. 7,513 was the attendance. I mean, not bad. People, I guess, they ask you basketball what Coach Hurley's done. But, guys, this team, man, they are about the team. And you'll hear that in the post-game presser. You will definitely hear that. But, yeah, you look at it, Anthony Johnson had I mean, he led everybody with 17, but they have 4 guys in double figures. Masamba Diapley, 14 points. Bryce Ford had 11 points. And Alex Mukeba, who we heard from the other day, he had 11 points. And Mo Odom, man, heck of a game from him. I mean, he had 9 points, but he had 8 assists. The point guard, again, looking to get people the ball. Heard from him the other day, too. Guys, again, it's early, and I get it. Last year, obviously, once they hit conference play, the Sun Devils, that is, on the men's side, they struggled on their home court. I mean, it was absolutely brutal. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can't. I mean, Trevor Brest is around from last year, and so is what's the other one that is around? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. But so, and yeah, I mean, look, this team shot 49% from the field last night. They were 29 for 59, shot 49% from the field, 39% from 3, 9 for 23, 70% from the line. They were 14 to 20. And you guys know, again, I don't need to go down the full rabbit hole, explain that last season and the season before, but at home, no excuse. 75% and up free throw shooting. And to me, I feel at home should be 80%. But I'm just saying, you want to be a challenging team. You want to be a team that obviously as the season goes on and you want to, yes, defend home court, but you want to put pressure on teams like that. Yeah, not to foul you. You definitely need to be hitting 80% of your free throw shots at home. But, hey, I mean, it's all right. So 70% from the field. I mean, they had 36 points in the paint, which was good. But the problem is Southern Utah, when you look at they had 44 points in the paint. And that's one thing Coach Hurley wasn't, happy about. But look, the length, I mean, they were challenging shots. There were some, yes, they did get out too late. But overall, like I said, for a first game, and I said this last night, guys, if you watch, because you always hear coaches talk about, obviously, cobwebs, when, in basketball, like, yeah, I mean, a new team, okay, transfer portal, a new team. But obviously throwing the ball around, kicking the ball, maybe just not hitting somebody where it should be hit, or maybe, you give them the ball too early, or, they're having to do a little more, or it comes in late, so the double team gets there early, just stuff like that. And just, but the movement offensively and defensively, I mean, yeah, they're long, guys. I mean, they are long and they can challenge shots. And yeah, there were some that they didn't, which I know, obviously for Coach really frustrating, but man, there's others. Like, again, from my standpoint, yes, believe me, it's the first game. They have not peaked. there are things to clean up, and you will hear it from Coach Hurley. Again, it's not just Coach B trying to find something, or like as much as I love, as you guys know, I love Nick Saban, but he's always been good for. Plus he was he was solid in the blind side too. Obviously playing a coach coming on a house visit. But no, I love Nick Saban. The rat poison thing and this and that. We have certain schedules. Like Nick Saban had that knack too. Coaches have that knack. Like, yeah, you want to celebrate the positive. You want to reinforce, yes, what they're doing. Again, it's not like, oh, everything's negative. You guys are terrible, constantly got to fix this. But yet you're winning games for like 15 or 20. You can't enjoy it. Not what I'm saying about Coach Hurley, or obviously about Coach Saban, because you guys know I love Coach Saban. I'd love to have him on the show. I will work on that, but again, got to get ASU. I keep schedules with ASU coaches and players and get that first. But anyway, hey, hashtag Nick Saban on Pitchfork Lunch. Let's help me get him on the show, guys. I know you can do it. I got faith in you. But yeah, Coach Hurley's talking about that. But man, like I said, the way they moved and like it's communicate offensively, I think the communication. Again, for a first game, and people say it's not an excuse. Yeah, you can have scrimmages. You can have close scrimmages like they did. They had 2 of them, and it's they had 2 of them, one against UC Irvine and then another against A&M, which, Anthony Pig Johnson, who had 27 against A&M in that exhibition. So he had 17 last night. He said the lead all scores. But, early in the first half, it took a while for somebody to get to double digits. But they were moving the ball. Different guys are scoring. It's like, wow, this is the flow that I've always believed is winning basketball. Like, the ball just can't stop with one person. Or maybe not just one person, but on a, part of the floor where, hey, we want to work, 2-man game, these 2, whatever. But yeah, and the communication again needs to tighten up. But it's for a first game, man. I would not give that like as mostly I do in all sports an F grade for both teams because football you get a ton of penalties and referees are trying to set a tempo and or set like a standard, I should say, not a tempo. If they are trying to set a tempo, then we need to talk about gambling and that whole problem. And we're not going down the right hole. We don't have time. But anyway, trying to set the boundaries, like, hey, you can't do this, like get them in. There's so many penalties in the first game. Basketball, same thing, turnover, sloppiness. Maybe some. More so, not so much. Fouls too. But I'm just saying, like the miscommunication and stuff like that. So it wasn't. The Devils led from wire to wire. So, and you can say it's Southern Utah. I get it. And that team down south, I will tip my cap. And get Pitchfork Lunchers. This is the one time in this show that I will call them by their name. Arizona did beat Florida. So, again, good win for them. But outside of that, better win for us because of the way, again, the team play and the attitude they have. So that's that. But tonight, again, don't forget. So we'll talk. We'll hear from Coach Hurley and Pig Johnson after this. And volleyball is taking on Texas Tech at 7 p.m. tonight. It's on ESPN Plus, but at Desert Financial Arena. So, look, if you were there for women's hoops Monday night and men's hoops last night, again, no reason for you not to be there tonight in DFA, getting loud, pumping this team up. Again, they love it. They play off of it. And yeah, they again, their first conference loss, which came in their 10th conference game. Yeah. So, and everybody else already has one loss, and they got it way earlier than that. So, but yeah, 7 p.m. volleyball will be so that's at 7 p.m. If you want to get out there a little early, you could catch maybe 1 or 2 innings, 2 or 3. Actually, I said 1. Sorry, I meant 2 or 3 innings of some fall softball as Coach Bartlett's team will take on Phoenix College. Again, Heinz Mueller. So yeah, he'll be again at 6 p.m. That's going on. So yeah, maybe swing by, check out the first little bit. Again, it is fall softball, but believe me, it's not like, oh, we're just lollygagging. You lollygag your way down to first base. You lollygag your way in and out of the dugout. You That's for Jay Meat Russell. Yeah, Meat. Yeah, Jay. You heard me 27 takes, Meat. If when he sees, hopefully he's watching, but when he catches up on this, yeah, Meat, you heard it. You lollygag everywhere. So anyway, but no, they're not lollygagging. And you can hit me up if you know what movie that's from. Don't be bashful. Yeah, don't be bashful. But hit me up. But yeah, no. So 6 p.m. tonight at Farrington, first pitch, and then for volleyball, it will be at 7 p.m. So again, you'll be at Farrington, and then, like I said, about 6:30ish, walk back over. But if you're not, going to softball again, it is fall. I suggested. I've been to them, as you know. I suggested, but I'm just throwing it out there. So, and then hockey will be back home this Friday and Saturday, taking on Colorado College, guys. It has been almost a month. I know. It's like, wait, didn't hockey season start? They were here and then they've been gone. Like, what is this? Like, flashback to like obviously the COVID year when they played a Big Ten schedule and they were on the road the whole time. So yeah. And yeah, getting those games back. Those schools are coming back around. So at least for awesome hockey, great scheduling and all that good stuff. So that's the great part about that. So yes, Colorado College Friday night. Yeah, so I mean, it's again one of those things where very stoked again. Yes, they're 3-5, but they did get, and it took them a few series last year to get their first conference win in the NCAC. Again, very, very, very tough conferences. Coach will let you know, and as everybody knows, that actually plays again in college hockey again with the new rules, and I'll get into that when we have Coach Powers on again, but about CHL players that could actually now they can play college hockey. So even if they played there, so yeah, it's a whole different world and teams, but it's again awesome. So, but Colorado College, Friday night at 7, Saturday night at 5. I mean, guys, you got a full phenomenal weekend, and then like I said, swimming on Saturday at 11 a.m. I want to say Saturday at 11. They are 2-0 so far. They beat UNLV on October 3rd and on October 10th. The all Arizona invite, and then on October 24th they took on number 8 Stanford and tied for 4th Cal. They had 6 event wins there. And then October 25th, they were still tied for 4th in California, and they're at number 4 Cal, number 8 Stanford. ASU won that meet, by the way. They had 6 event wins the first day, and then they took that meet on the men's side. Sorry, it's the men's side. They had 204 to Stanford's 124, and then ASU took on Cal and beat Cal 198 to 139. So picking up where they left off. But yeah, this Saturday, November 8th, USC, old Pac-12 foe, in town and at the Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. And that's at 11 a.m. So guys, check this out. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. You can go to swimming at 11 a.m., right? Like I said, and the reigning Big 12 champs. Again, why wouldn't you want to see that? Then you can go to women's hoops at 2 p.m. It's a salute to service game first responders game as well, versus Eastern Washington. That is Saturday at 2 p.m., right? So you do swimming at 11, you do women's hoops at 2, and then guess what you get to do at 5 o'clock? I mean, literally, like, anyone says, oh, it's just sounds like a long day. You're sitting, you're chilling, you're moving from place to place, so you're, switching venues and scenery. But then at 5 o'clock, you can go to hockey at Mullet Arena against Colorado College. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? Like, you can't. That is, like I said, that is a phenomenal, beyond phenomenal. I don't even know the adjectives anymore, but beyond phenomenal day in the Sun Devil neighborhood. So, nonetheless, we got the schedule. You know what's going on. But we're going to step aside when we get back. We're going to go right into Coach Hurley. And then we'll also hear from Anthony Johnson. But we'll have, after their victory last night, 81-64 over Southern Utah. Yes, both men's and women's hoops 1-0. Forks up to that. So we'll have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
had 2 close exhibitions, didn't go our way, had a lot of stuff going on in those games. So the program needed to win today and just get off to the right start. So mission accomplished there. It's hard to be overly enthusiastic though about just how we got there. There's a lot of work to still be done, especially today defensively. We lost containment of the ball way too much. I thought we were too spread out on defense, not helping. When a guy did drive the ball, they got to the paint way too much. They scored 40 points in the paint, so we can't really afford to do that as the water gets deeper over the next couple of weeks. And so we got we need this practice time, and good thing we have a few days till our next game.
Michelle?
I thought you guys passed the ball pretty well. Can you kind of talk about, it seemed like this is going to be one of those teams you were hoping was going to be unselfish and move the ball around.
Yeah, we did. I think that they like each other. They're willing to pass, make the extra pass, which is nice. The international guys got a good feel for, like, even Masamba had a really good look in the post to Andrea for a layup, and Andrea knows how to cut and play. So it's like good to have guys that have a good feel for the game. That way, we're going to encourage to keep getting Masamba touches. He can make some things happen down there, and he's a willing passer. And thought his debut was okay. He started challenging shots more. He wasn't doing that as much in the first half, so I was glad to see him, try and give us a little more protection around the basket. Although, I mean, just too many turnovers. I thought we just did some stupid stuff in transition, and 16 turnovers. We had 11 versus Texas A&M our last exhibition. They trapped us and pressed us the whole game. So there are things that we need to clean up and improve on.
Chris?
You think that having so many international players is well suited to your preferred style of play?
I mean, I feel like this team it fits. I think we got some guys that can make shots. Mo is a guy that I could give the ball to and trust that. He ended up with 8 assists tonight. Didn't shoot it great. He made some shots early, but he'll, I think, continue to flourish the way we play. And looking for Masamba, looking for Andrea. I think eventually they'll really start connecting, and things will work out.
I know I wanted to give Al limited minutes because he's coming off injury, but he really made the most of his time on the floor.
Yeah, he was productive, but you could tell there were times when he got tired, and then kind of his motor stopped, and so I mean, he's not alone. We had some bad post defense. He was involved in that early at the end of the first half, not getting 50-50 ball, things that we have to do a better job at. But I thought he was fairly productive. He needs, we all need to get better on defense. We did not, defend the way I'd hoped we would tonight.
Do you feel like maybe it was like a little bit of a communication thing with them too, that we're just maybe late in communicating defensively?
We were in talking to our assistant coaches who focuses primarily on defense. We weren't talking. We were not always up in ball screen like we need to be. We were hugging our men off the ball too much, allowing to be big gaps to drive into, and so we didn't finish defensive possessions the way we need to. With as many guys over 6'8" as we're playing on the floor, we can't give up 16 offensive rebounds. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, obviously.
Hey Coach, how pleased were you with the type of looks that you got from behind the arc? Obviously, a lot of shooters on your team. How pleased were you with that?
I thought it was fine. I don't think that was like an area or an issue or problem. I think it was like 9 for 23. I thought the ratio of those shots that we took relative to the shots in the paint, and was pretty well proportioned.
I think I'm old. I've been doing this for a while. I think it's the first restaurant I've ever been to where the media is happier than the coach with the product of what was on the court. Is that because your expectations? Do you expect a lot? Is this a better team than anybody realizes?
Well, I mean, I just think we all want to be accountable, and we want to try and set a bar at a certain level. And if we don't attain it, yes, it's great to win, and I want them to feel happy that we won. But I also want to cautiously make them alert to the fact that the water is going to get deeper, and the mistakes that we made tonight, are not going to be acceptable in some of our games here in the near future.
What's the status of Dante Holman?
He's got an elbow. He landed awkwardly in a workout in the summer, and we're working to get him back as best we can, but it's still, he had some work on the elbow, and he's doing his treatment and his therapy. We haven't set like a timeline for his return. It's going to depend on him continuing to progress.
You mentioned the way last season ended. When you have almost an entirely new roster, does that help to not carry over any bad juju from that?
I mean, everything about this team, how they conduct themselves, just on campus, and little things that people that work with them on a day-in and day-out basis are very complimentary of who they are as people. And even today, our pregame warm-up, I thought, was like way better. Like, our coaches came in saying like these guys were talking, and they were working hard, and they were excited to play. And so from that standpoint, I really don't have issues. It's about like locking into all these things that I talked about as these mistakes and things we didn't do in tonight's game that will haunt us as the games get more difficult. So we have to really embrace that and make sure that we're getting better in those areas.
That seems like a good thing, though, that you don't have the off-court things that you need to worry about very much.
I felt like I could coach with a free mind, and it was if I wanted to sub someone out, I wasn't worried about the fallout, and that could be a number of things, believe me. But this group, they accepted it. At times, I took 4 guys out at one time because we didn't get back on defense two straight times in the second half, and the next 4 guys came in, good attitude. When I went back to those other guys, they were fine. So, that is good from my standpoint, that I feel like I could do that with this group.
Coach, you talked about the offensive rebounding and giving up 16 points. What did you make of like the contest and potentially not boxing out after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get back to the film, and we're going to keep harping on it. You could ask, Pig is on deck. You could ask him how much we talked about rebounding and the importance of rebounding. And, now we don't have any excuses like, hey, last year Jaden Quaint's got hurt, and we had a lot of small guys, hard to get a rebound. Well, we got a lot of guys that are 6'8" or bigger on the floor, so we ought to be able to take care of business on the backboard. So, but we'll find out who the culprits are in the video, and then we'll take a look at that, and we'll make everybody accountable for it.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Who got the nickname Pig, and who gave it to him?
My mother. It was a childhood nickname for me playing football.
Apologies, but there was Coach Hurley, guys. Yes, I am Mike Clark. I'm back. You heard Coach Hurley right there again. Talking about being accountable, but no drama. You heard that question asked right there. Man, it's one of those things. Like you said, he talked about wants guys to be accountable, and they'll look at it. But yeah, he said obviously he wants them to enjoy the win, like I said, because yes, you won the game, you did the work, you won the game, And yeah, you overcame things. So I mean, that's obviously not even a silver lining. That's a very huge positive to look at. So, but yeah, like you said, I mean, you watch film, and if your team doesn't want to improve, or in any sport, if guys don't want to improve, then at the college level, you're like, well, how did I get hoodwinked in recruiting them? And how do they fool me, in recruiting, and the international players like you talked about, Masamba Diop, obviously, Andreja Grbovic, the junior from Montenegro. I mean, that young man again, not forcing shots. We were talking about this. It was like after the game, just listening to, obviously chatting with some of the other media, but it wasn't like forced 3-point shots. It wasn't like they were just chucking. Some of them were, open looks within the flow and the rhythm of, the offense, and it went in. But yeah, I mean, Grbovic, not a problem. Launching a few threes also. And then, Santiago Trué. I mean, he had played, the young man from Argentina who was at USD. He did get a few minutes. But anyway, let's hear from. I'll get to the stats in a minute. But let's hear from Anthony Pig Johnson. And yes, listen in the very beginning. It comes quick as to why his nickname is Pig.
How you got the nickname Pig and who gave it to you?
My mother. It was a childhood nickname for me playing football.
Can you kind of talk about, obviously this is a new team, and it seems like you're kind of still trying to feel your way, learn each other a little bit. So what was your take on the first game?
My teammates trust me. I trust Coach. I trust what he got going on. So whatever he got going on, I just fall into it. Whatever I got to do to win, I'm willing to do it.
Do you think the fact that you scored 27 points against Texas A&M in the exhibition, that kind of set a good foundation for what you did tonight?
I don't really care about points. Whatever I got to do to win, I'm willing to do it. If I got to score no points, get 10 assists, I'm willing to do it.
You guys were effective in transition tonight. Coach talked a lot about how it feels like this team is very coachable and likes to swing the ball around and play unselfish. How do you feel like that carried over from preseason to this game?
We just run a lot. So transition, that's our identity. Defense and transition. So we got to run fast and play defense.
Do you think you personally, as a vertical athlete, does that kind of bode well to your style, as well as how do you mold with these European guys that might have grown up playing a different kind of basketball than the American guys?
How do it mold? I mean, it mold kind of good because we push them to keep up with us. So they run fast, we run fast. So we just got to keep each other on the same track, be on the same page.
How does it feel being able to transition from the NAIA level to be playing at this level?
It feels great. I feel like if you can play basketball, you can play with anybody.
Can you walk us through the process of ASU reaching out to you and how that recruitment unfolded?
First it was a guy named Yusuf, but he's not here anymore. And then Coach Hurley hit me, and then it was all to go from there.
How did it feel like getting that level of interest from that?
It felt great. It felt real good. I felt like my hard work was kind of paying off.
Did you expect that to happen, or what? I mean, you were one of the leading scorers in NAIA, and that's still not been very uncommon to move up to the Power 4 level, high major level. Did you expect it, or how did it feel?
Yeah, I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it from Arizona State. But that's what came, so that was God's choice.
Who else recruited you?
I don't want to talk about them. We Arizona
State. Did you know who Bobby Hurley was, or you had to look him up on YouTube?
I knew he was a good guard. I knew he was a good guard. I used to watch him. I knew he was.
Coming off the bench, do you like having to feel it coming off the bench, or do you kind of sit in the flow of the game before you get in there?
I mean, I would like to start, but it don't matter. Because whenever I get in, I'm willing to play dog minutes. Whatever I got to do to win.
You guys at 35 bench points today. What do you think that said about the depth of your team?
Can't hear you.
You guys at 35 bench points today. What do you think that said about the depth of the people coming off in the second half?
Next man up, we got good people there with, not just the starters, all through the bench. Everybody good.
What do you think about Mo Odom as a point guard?
That's my point guard. I love him to death. Whatever he need me to do, I'm willing to do it.
Why do you say all that?
Because he'll do it for me.
With Coach talking about the rebounding just before you started talking, what has been the rebounding vibe around the team just throughout preseason and into tonight?
Rebound. We got literally straight defense. Rebounding drills. Like that's how much he enforced rebounding and playing defense. We got defense and rebounding drills. So.
Mo and Coach talked about James Harden's time last week during their press conference. What did James do? What did he do to aid you personally?
He made us compete. Like he made us take it to the next level. Because before he got there, we was playing kind of slow, act like we knew everything. But when we got there, it was a whole different turn. So he got us back together basically. Because we was all new, all coming from different places, and he made us gel together.
One of those guys coming from different places, Nusama Diop, big guy. What'd you make of his first game?
He was great. I love Nusama Diop to death. I love him. He was great. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see more of him play.
And as someone with so many years of college experience, kind of what can you and the other veterans do to help a freshman like him along?
Just keep bringing them along. Keep bringing them along. That's all we can do, and hope for the best.
What's the vibe like when you have like almost an entirely new team here?
It's great. Everybody gel together. Everybody be with each other on and off the court. So the team is great. No drama.
Coach,
That's what.
Coach talked about the standard not being as high as he might have wanted it to be tonight, even though you guys got the win. What do you make about kind of the bar you guys have set and how close you guys were to maybe achieving that tonight?
We weren't close to achieving it because we let them score 40 points in the paint, and that's a big no-no for Hurley. No points in the paint. So we got to step it up, watch film, and see what we got to be better at.
Sounds good. Thanks, Vic.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how he got his nickname Pig. You said it right off the top. It was the very first question. But yeah, he said his mom gave it to him when he was young and playing football. I wouldn't. Yes, I know. And your guys' first thought was probably like mine. Got to get him in for an interview and go a little more in, maybe, a little more detailed into, football, called a pigskin. But he probably, I don't know. I'm not even going to assume I want him to tell it, but we will figure it out. But yeah, listen to what you said right there, because I posted it last night too. Like, he just said, yeah, asking about your team. It's like, I love that guy. That's my guy. I do it for him. Why? Because he would do it for me. I got his back. Like, somebody, and Chris Cartman is the one that asked him. He said, about trying. I was like, no drama. I was like, no. A new team, they're international players, and they're kind of trying to get them, granted, they've been playing. It's not like, it's like, not that they wouldn't have been playing, but yeah, they played, overseas. So just getting used to like difference of style and, maybe a little more up tempo than it would be as Coach Hurley, as we heard yesterday, it would be, from overseas, from international players. But man, you gotta love that kind of attitude. You said no drama, and like I said, guy, the ball's going to move. Mo Odom, again, it's more of a pass first. He's been had the comparison. And Coach Hurley said, like, almost kind of like a Trey Holder, but he was more, Trey may have been a little bit better of a scorer, but Mo Odom, obviously, and again, at that level, you're splitting like, little things, like splitting hairs, right? But pass are getting people involved. And like I said, the offense would get moved. If you saw the game, if you watched the game, which again, I know there is no being down in Sun Devil Nation. You come back because that team down south, like I said, they beat Florida. So I got messages and I'm going to have to hear all about that. Yay. Anyway. But yeah, that's just a team that, guys, when they're going to play like that and Coach Hurley has a team and you can focus on, like he said, not worrying about, what would the fall out of this be? Like, sometimes you're going to sub guys out. And he said he put, 4 guys in and then didn't get back twice on defense, and he took those 4 guys right back out. another 4. And it's like, he goes, but, went back to him later. You got to correct that stuff. And, you see it and you can't, like you said, not about letting it slide, not about enjoying it. And yes, having fun, enjoying it, but at the same time, accountable. Like you said, when the water gets deeper, you're not going to be able to get away with that. And again, not that Southern Utah is a terrible team, but I mean, you get into Big 12 play, the deep water that he's talking about. And as we learned last year, you could be in games the last, to under 3 minutes, under 5, under 4, under 3. And then all of a sudden, like, you start having breakdowns because any kind of reason, somebody's like feeling they take all the shots and ball's not moving, and defensively, they're late or they're communicating, like he was talking like that. So, but yeah, you see the energy there from Anthony Pig Johnson, and it's again the no drama. So we are all for it. So again, forks up, Coach Hurley again, get the win to the team as well too. Obviously, forks up to that. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Don't forget, tonight, 7 p.m. It's Western night, Western theme night. So again, show your biggest Western. I'm not saying like dress up like Halloween, but some Western flair fans as you're coming into DFA for the number 8 team in the land, Sun Devil Women's Volleyball, as they take on Texas Tech. That's 7 p.m. Again, at 6 o'clock, if you want to run over to Farrington before the game, maybe for like, half an hour. Like I said, watch, probably get 2-3 innings in and skedaddle back over to Desert Financial, because by the way, those fall games are free. So it's not like you're going to pay something to go in. No, it's free. You get to check the team out, and believe me, they are not slacking. Those bats have been rocking. So it'll be cool to see what they can do against Phoenix College. So I'll probably head out there, a little bit early, but obviously head back over to Wells Fargo oh man, I haven't done it. That's 10 push-ups. I haven't said that in so long. It's a Desert Financial Arena. My apologies. Come on, I'm a Sun Devil. I know better, but yeah, 7 p.m. Guys, head on out there. It shall be awesome. So yeah, tomorrow we will recap this volleyball game. I'll bring some sound to you, some pictures and all that good stuff. And we'll talk a little more hockey as well, too, as, again, they get set to play Colorado College at Mullen Arena Friday and Saturday. Friday at 7, Saturday at 5. You know it. Saturday is going to be a fun day. Swimming at 11, women's hoops at 2, hockey at 5. Man, life is grand. Life is grand in Sun Devil Nation. It is a phenomenal schedule of events that day. So, yes, but we will be back tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. You guys enjoy the rest of your micro days and hump day. Woo, woo. Yep, that's for Mama. You guys know it. Every Wednesday, beginning and end of the show, because she'll still chuckle. Every time she'll chuckles. But I guess that's a great thing of great humor, whoever writes it, whether it be just kind of like, a little slight, just kind of slide it in and people catch it, or like that. But anyway, that's for Mama. So I will see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Like I said, we'll recap volleyball, talk more hockey, and hoops too as well. And football. Yes, we'll get a little update on football. They've had the week off of practicing, but obviously still working out and all that obviously in a season, getting ready. West Virginia is next. It's an 11 a.m. game, by the way, next Saturday. So anywho, go to swimming this Saturday. You'll be kind of ready for that. But yeah, so I shall see you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, as you guys know. And yes, thanks to reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball, 7 p.m. tonight, Texas Tech Western night. It is hashtag our state, team down south. You know this. And you know it. Go Devils. But as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Pull, touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. 11 swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Edwards pulls up and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.